Have you seen this chart right here? Ethereum is about to go crazy. It's going to shock a lot of people. It's going to take the world by storm. It's going to be wild, but not for you. You're going to have the inside scoop in this video right here. Do you want to win more trades? Do you want extra income? Do you want to make 5 times more in this bull run? Black Friday blowout, a crazy 79% off, the largest ever discount on my program. Get lifetime access. Watch anytime. Learn at your own speed. If you think my courses are expensive, I agree. But you won't find anything even close to the quality, the results, and the value you get with my program. If you're thinking you want to wait and make more profits and sign up later, stop what you're doing. That's the worst idea ever. Sign up right now and make 5 times more in this bull run. Picture 5 times more money stacked in front of you right now. Don't let that slip away. Sign up now. Use crypto at the checkout to get an extra $600 off. But the clock is ticking. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Again, that's CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into the video. We're on Ethereum, US dollar. We're on the 3-day chart. We have 2 moving averages on our chart. The green is the 50 MA and the red is the 200 MA. Keep in mind, we're on the 3-day chart. Now, this is where it gets crazy. We've been covering this chart for about 2 years. And so far, for 2 years, this cycle that Ethereum is in right now has done the exact same cycle as 2018. Exact same cycle. We've been following it for 2 years. And where we left off in our last video was step number 9. And if you look at this, it might look complicated. But if you know how to connect the dots, remember when you were a kid and they put the connect the dots game in front of you and you're like, I'm going to destroy this. Then you know how to follow this chart because you connect the dots. Number 1 compares to number 1. If you look at number 5 on the chart, it's when Ethereum crashed down below this red line for the first time in years. Number 5 on this chart is the exact same as 5 on this chart. Right after we had this 5, we moved sideways for a bunch of weeks, right? And then we dropped to our low, which is number 6. Number 6 is our low here. So we went from 5, we dropped all the way down, and then we rallied all the way back up to the green line, which is 7. That's where we were right here in 2022. We were at that green line. Then we crashed back down to form number 8. Number 8 was right here. It was right before the move of number 9. The move of number 9 really moved through this green line for the first time in a while holding it. And again, number 9 for us, it brought us to here. This is where we left off. A lot has happened since then, and let's really get caught up because Ethereum is getting ready for a crazy move according to this chart, according to the facts, according to what we've been doing, but let's unveil it. So what we did after number 9, we rallied all the way up to meet some resistance at this red line. Keep in mind, we will label this as number 10. Number 10 is the point that we get all the way up to this red line and hold resistance. Keep in mind, before this move up to this red line, we hadn't been up to this red line in years, right? We hadn't rallied up to this point in years. This was a huge move, and it was incredibly similar to this move right here from April of this year, which is a huge move up to this red line. We hadn't rallied up to this red line in years, literally since here, June 2019. So we will label that as 10. This will be labeled as 10. And here's where it gets interesting. After point number 10, we crashed down below this green line again. A pretty rough crash down below the green line, which catches everybody by surprise. That's what happened to us. We were up here at about 2100. Then we crashed down to around 1400, 1500. That's that move below this green line. We will label this as number 11. We will label it over here as number 11 as well. And what happens next? After that crash below this green line, what Ethereum did was rally all the way through the green line and all the way through the red line and way above. It was a very explosive move. We will label that as move number 12. When we went from below here and rallied all the way above, it's the exact same move. We rallied through the green line, through the red line, and far above both. That's where we are today. Where it's also interesting is this top here that we had a short-term cycle top here was actually a double top from back here in April of 2023. Keep in mind, we do have some wicks coming into here, which means that there is some profit taking. You don't want to see wicks on the upside. You want to see wicks on the downside, which push momentum to the upside. Any wicks on the upside push momentum to the downside. So far, we've had a double top with strong wicks with a huge breakthrough of the green and the red. Incredibly similar to what we did back here. But what happens next is where it gets really, really crazy. And we will cover that in a moment, but I want to point out market structure. When we had this point here, this huge explosion through the green and the red and way above for the first time in years, this right here was pretty much double topping at this data point here. This same structure here of this resistance and this support is that same level here. And what happened next was a large crash back through the red and the green. This is where it gets interesting, because what Ethereum has done so far for 2 years has been the exact same moves. And again, this is all based on human psychology. This is all based purely on one word: emotion. When you have emotion and you have an asset that's worth money and moving through a cycle, humans react the same way. They overreact to moves to the upside and they overreact to moves to the downside because they're always surprised. Oh my God, I can't believe that Ethereum did this. I can't believe Bitcoin did this. It's all in the cycle. It's all in the facts. So if Ethereum is going to continue to follow what it's done in the past, here's what it would look like. We don't know if this move is done yet or not. We do have some wicks that are telling us that we've got trouble. We do have a double top that's telling us we got trouble. So what we can expect in Ethereum, if we were going to continue to follow these patterns, we can see a drop through the green line and a drop through the red line and potentially take out our recent pivot low. Why? Because when we crashed before, we crashed through the red, we crashed through the green, and we took out this pivot low here. We actually went a little bit further down. So worst case scenario, we would take out this pivot low of 15,000 and we can go down to some further market structure, which is potentially around the 14-ish area. So a move of that magnitude would shock everybody. They would say, oh, what's wrong with Ethereum? They would blame it on some ETF. They would blame it on some news. Maybe Elon posted a tweet. They would blame it on something ridiculous, but it's right here in front of us. These are the facts I want to uncover. I love Ethereum. I don't want it to crash all the way down here, but it might be in the cards according to the facts in this chart. Keep in mind, we have been covering this chart for 2 years. And each time I show it to you, there's a whole bunch of comments that's like, no, there's no way it's going to continue. They told us that when we were at like data point number 4. Steve, no way it's going to continue. Then we got to 5. No way it's going to continue. Then we got to 6 and 7 and 8. No way it's going to continue. Then we got to 9. No way it's going to continue. And here we are at 10, 11, 12, and we're right on schedule. So what is Ethereum going to do next? Leave a comment down below and we will be covering this every step of the way. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you right back here in the next video. By the way, I forgot to mention, I shaved off the beard. Why? I put a survey out. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people responded to the survey. The high majority of people said, keep the beard, don't shave it. Well, I like to go against the grain. I like to go against the majority, and I took my profits up at the top. My beard was selling at its highest level, and I took my profits, sold my beard, and here we are with my baby face back. So let me know in the comments down below if you like that one as well. And luckily for me, we can always grow the beard back.
I got stuck in trades because I didn't know what I was doing.
I was just investing my money and just throwing it into the abyss.
I was trading primarily with emotions.
After big losses, I had to start from scratch.
My courses are exactly what you need in your life right now. Figure out when to buy and when to sell. Earn 5 times more in this bull run. This is the largest ever discount in 6 years, but it's only for a limited time. And they'll take about 10 minutes per day in a step-by-step fashion, pure cold hard value that changes lives.
I experienced my first big winning trades, over 100% gain.
I have learned to turn off my emotions and be patient.
And have confidence in the crypto market and where it's going.
They give you the approach to deal with everything.
Don't be scared. Take the leap. Do the courses. It'll change your life. It changed mine.
This thing is a game changer. Your transformation happens today. CryptoCrewUniversity.com.